I am live. Good morning. DenverGuitarOrchestra.com. That's where you should be going to get your sheet music for today. HTT. Whoops. HTT. Is this working? HTTP. Nope. My Bluetooth keyboard works about half the time. HTTPS Denver Guitar GUIT Orchestra.com. Should make me pop up. I tweet that, and I go to the website, which I should have already had up. I log in, I edit the page. DenverGuitarOrchestra.com. We're playing lots of holiday type music this week and next week and the week after, probably. And so, where do I put this? I post this right here. Paste. It's not pasting. Why is it not pasting? Copy, close, paste, shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. So that should get everybody in here. I think everybody's getting used to me being a minute or two late, or 3, but not too bad. And so the first few people in will say, hey, sounds good. I'm looking a little dark today because I didn't close the blinds over there, so the camera's like, what the heck? Anyway, you're not here to look at me. We're here to play guitar. And let me see what's going on. Make sure the link is working properly. Scroll, click. And there I am. And if I go to Twitter, and I look at my tweets, so if I click on that, it goes to there. Click on there, it goes to there. Look at that. See, eventually Google's going to know I exist, and they're going to be like, "Hey, that guy's really knocking it out. We should have him come up higher in the rankings." All right, home. All right, let's see. Hey, everybody. Let me know if the sound is good. The lighting is iffy at best, right? And let me give you, there's Elizabeth. Happy Thursday to you, Elizabeth. That sounds good. Vic has got other plans than hanging out with me. This is not acceptable. I have one person taking every class, and that's Vic. I think, right, Vic? You're taking everything? And at some point, she's going to be like, you know what? I think I need to have a day where I go come in and out of classes as I see fit, because I'm about ready to stab Gary in the head. And when you get violent, that's the time when you got to say, you know what? I'm gonna take a little break. Evelyn, good morning. Sound is good. It is 66 and sunny. And she writes, and it's sunny today, which is not true. It's sunny right at the moment in Cuenca. If I've learned anything about Cuenca, Ecuador, it's that as the morning progresses, it might be snowing in the next half an hour. You don't know. So warmed up and ready to go. Beautiful, beautiful place where Evelyn lives. All right. So today, it's Thursday. We're getting ready for tomorrow, basically. And tomorrow we are going to be working out of Auld Lang Syne. Christmas is, First Noel, Green Sleeves, Silent Night, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. One of the things, guys, I'm going to probably do this weekend, I've got a Hanukkah medley I'm trying to get desperately together. And for this group, I'm finishing up... what am I trying to figure out? I'm trying to get In the Bleak Midwinter, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and what's the other one? What's the name of this one? I'll Be Home for Christmas. Those are the 3 I'm really trying to get. I'm trying to stay focused in on getting those out. Now, I know that some of you guys have requested other stuff, and we'll see how much time I have. This, gets where it's a little bit of a crush here toward the end of the season. But I'm going to try like heck to get you that. Also remember, on the sheet music page, I was working with the local guitar class here last night from the city of Lakewood. And I was looking through that list. And even though they're now 2017, they're getting to be a little bit stale arrangements. The updates I'm doing right now are not significant to the actual sheet music itself. It's more decorative and functional stuff that I'm doing on the sheet music these days. So I would guess you could do yourself quite a favor by just going through that list there. I know Elizabeth sent me a note saying, hey, I'd like to have some of those that don't have PDFs with them, and I will get those out. Email, as you guys know, email is just it's the one thing I don't get to. And so I will, when I have a moment, I will do what I can to get those to you. But if you could, when you send me an email and say, hey, I'd like to have this song or that song, be kind of specific so I can just attach and send. Otherwise, if you don't care about that, you got, I don't know, what is it, about 20 songs additional on that page where you can be working off of. So Ave Maria is definitely on my list. I'm not positive I'll get it done for guitar, but I'm almost positive I will get it done for ukulele, Elizabeth. And then obviously we can work once we have it in hand, then we can talk about updating it for the guitar layout. But yeah, it's definitely on my list. Okay. I think that's where we're headed. So let's play some music today, shall we? Guitar. I think if I remember right, yesterday we didn't get to "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," right? I think that's where we dropped off. And so let me pull up our list for today. This website used to have this little button that would say top, and you could just click on it and it would jump up there. I don't know where that went. Maybe it was not this website. So we wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's start at the bottom and just go up today. That's what we'll do. We wish you a Merry Christmas on guitar. Storage. Download. Guitar. There it is. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Why isn't that up in the main area? Okay. It'd be about time to change the battery on this one. It's amazing, these new tuners, you hardly ever have to change the batteries on them. And so they just slowly get darker and darker where you can hardly see them, but you just keep using them because they work. This is the string. I should have replaced this one too. You ever outsmart yourself? All right. I got some sort of a rattle down here. Driving me bananas. What's this? All right. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's see. Pauline made it in. Good morning. Baking sourdough bread. And she lives in Northern California, so you know what that means. San Francisco sourdough bread. It's the greatest thing ever. I love sourdough bread. We have a little bakery not too, a few blocks away from here called City Bakery, and they make sourdough bread. And I have to talk myself into not going there. Like, yeah, let's not do that again. You don't need another loaf because Donna doesn't eat any of that stuff. So I end up eating the whole thing. And goodness sakes, I don't need that much calories. All right, here we go. First time through. Oh no. This is a one shot best shot kind of song. So let's sing it first. Remember, you've got your two misery chords on page 2. They're at measure 11. Bar chord F sharp minor, followed by B minor. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You guys love my singing, so here we go. 1, 2. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That bring us some figgy pudding now. Bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings of Christmas and a I put in Elizabeth's A7 at the end of measure 24. So she's just added us, just take 2 fingers, make your regular A chord, but don't put your middle finger down, or just use your index and middle finger. At the last note of measure 24, you can add an A7 in there, gives it a little lift. And it sounds good. Has anybody ever had figgy pudding? I don't know what that is. It sounds British. Sounds awful. I like figs. I like pudding. I don't know if I like them together. We'd find out. Now let's play through the melody. Okay, just top to bottom like we just did. And a little slower. 1, 2. Whoops. Okay. I want to play it again because I messed it up pretty good. I'm sitting here going, this thing's rattling. This thing's rattling. In my head, that's what I'm hearing. I got a rattle. I hope you guys can't hear this little rattle that's going on. I don't know if the microphone picks it up or not. But there's this little teeny tiny rattle somewhere in here. Well, the guitar's full of stuff. Something's obviously come loose inside of me. Maybe that'll help. No, we just hit the guitar. That'll solve the problem. Elizabeth says, a rich boiled pudding made with flour, suet, that's what you feed the woodpeckers, figs, and other dried fruit, traditionally eaten at Christmas. No winter season would be complete without figgy pudding. All right, there we go. That's what figgy pudding is. Suet, isn't suet just fat? I don't know. That sounds disgusting. We used to feed our woodpeckers when we had a house. We'd feed them suet. From the top, one more time on melody. I got to get it right. 1, 2. Nice. And I still made a couple mistakes, but I don't lose too much sleep over that. Okay, there. Yeah, that measure 15 shows up, and you're like, "What? 5? Oh, what? 2 on the 3rd string? That doesn't seem right." It's a little bit of a moment of panic for me when I hit that. All right, finally, tough axe. We've already gone through this a couple times, so probably don't need to. Just be aware when you do get to measure 11 and you've got that daggone F sharp minor, you're probably are really going to want to put a full bar on with a full official beautiful F sharp minor bar, E minor shape in front, 4 strings, and then you're going to hit that 2 again, and then very quickly put your A minor on at fret 3, and then just make sure you only hit those 3 strings. Okay. Now you can, of course, at that point, F sharp minor, put a regular D minor on, and then you get that note there, that low B, which sounds pretty. And this note's not helpful, right? That's F sharp. That's not going to really help. But you do get, and you also get this note here, which happens to be an F sharp as well. So the only note you're adding by doing a full bar is that note, which does help a little, right? But it may be just easier just to grab an A minor shape, grab 3 strings. Right? Again, I talk about it a lot, and you guys don't talk about it because you're just trying to tolerate me. But with guitar, these 2 strings they're living their own lives, right? They're just doing their own thing, and sometimes they get overbearing. And so I am not a huge advocate of hitting those every single time, even when I've written it out on the arrangement to hit it. I don't necessarily get overly emphasizing on here. One, if I'm in a band, I got a bass player. He's going to be doing he or she is going to be doing these 2 strings anyway. And second, it just makes the guitar as a soloist feel a little bit too heavy for sometimes. And of course, that also does depend on the quality of your guitar. Some guitars it won't ring very long, or this guitar, they're actually quite lovely. They sound out for a long time, and at some point you're like, all right, shut up. So I tend to be pretty light on the strings 5 and 6 when I can be. All right, from the top, tough axe, not fast. 1, 2. That high D. I don't know. Right straight out of Row, Row, Row Your Boat, right? If you mastered Row, Row, Row Your Boat, you will have that D chord there. And it just sounds beautiful, right? Even on a classical guitar where you got the plastic strings, that's going to just make the thing just come alive. Like you come down, just not fast, right? Even slower than our usual. Usually I do. I would do it just a tiny bit slower. Every single note, not quite an arpeggio, but a little bit more than a glissando. And it's just beautiful the way it ends there. I love that. Super exciting. Okay. Where are we? What's the next thing we're working on? I have rearranged my desk to have the mouse pad up on the upper level, which allows me to have my other laptop over here, which is about ready to fall apart. I'm getting very high tech around here. Silent Night. That's what we wrapped up yesterday. Let's go ahead and grab that for today. Silent Night. I've been playing Silent Night a lot, and I have decided I like it. So, in case you didn't know, um, this is a piece you try to get perfect, right? And I don't like the notion of perfect in music. I think that it sets an unrealistic standard of what we really do. There are times and places to be perfect. Your master's degree, when you're sitting for your performance final in music, that's one time to be perfect. That's it. That's it. That's the list. The rest of the time, we should be enjoying music and getting it as close to perfect as we can. All right. By the way, 2006, that's when I bought those cups. I'm down to 2 of them. It makes me sad because I went to look on eBay and I can't get them, but now they're $40 a pop. And so I'm going to eventually reach a point where I have to switch my coffee cup to something different. I got all these other coffee cups in there, but those are the ones, right? Those are your morning cups. Those are what you use for your reliable situation. Silent Night. I'm going to sing. One of the reasons I sing this song is that, boy, it feels like you're supposed to change chords before you really do. It feels like Silent Night, holy, and you're supposed to change chords, but you're not. It is right what's on the paper. I just have this massive desire to change chords for some reason. Give it your best shot here, either thumb down or plucking or arpeggiating. This is one you can really do arpeggios on, and it'll sound amazing. 1, I'll count in 2, and then we'll go. 2 times through will be plenty. 1, 2. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. I got up the chords right at least today. The rhythm's a little wonky on my right hand, and I think I added a full extra 3 beats in measure 1 on the second time around. I don't know if the Silent Night police aren't coming to get me yet, but they will one of these days. Tend to switch chords too soon. I do too. I don't know what it is about that song. I don't know why. Every single time I played it yesterday, I was switching the chords before I needed to. I think we played it here during the day, and then I played it last night with the new members. And oh my gosh, I kept every single time. I'm like, actually switching, fully getting the chord on, and be like, oh crud, I'm on the wrong chord. Go back and then switch again. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This song feels like you're supposed to switch chords more than you do. That's the problem with my dad's instruction when he gave me my first guitar. I'm like 8 or 10 years old, little guy. Here's your full-size guitar, Gary. Good luck. And here's your 3 chords, A, D, and E. and you'll know when to switch chords because you can feel it. And that was my entire guitar instruction until college. And in college, I went in and she says, "All right, here's Carcassi. Let's get started on this." And I'm like, I don't think this is how you play guitar at all. And I just took that class pass fail, and then I didn't. You weren't required, if you were pass fail, you weren't required to go to sit in on your exam at the end of the class, and so I didn't go like an idiot. I'd probably be a pretty good guitar player if I had kept with it. All right, Silent Night, melody. Let's go do the melody. Just 2 times through again as written. 1, 2. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, the top, and 2, 3. 2, 3. blew the last note. Okay. Gets me every time. I want it to be the 0 real bad. Go get that 3 though. All right, beautiful tune, right? There's nothing wrong with that melody at all. And I think the biggest challenge on this piece of sheet music is the page turn, right? If you go to page 2 and all of a sudden you got to be in 5th position, and you're like, what? Wait a minute, I'm still down here in 2nd position. And so then you're chasing your pinky. So maybe make a note. I should make a note. Hey, by the way, go to 5th position on page 1, and then you're set up to play page 2 a little more effectively. At least the first couple of measures. And then that 7 shows up. There's really no other choice but to look down and grab that 7. But luckily, they're half notes or dotted quarters anyway. So you got plenty of time to get to that 7. Just really nice. Let's play the tough X from the top, nice and slow. I'm going to do thumb the first time through and claw the second time through. 1, 2. Isn't that good? That's good, you guys. I have nothing to add to that. That's lovely. That is a good song. Holy Moses. All right. I'm just discovering that that's a good song. Green Sleeves. Let's go play Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves is more fun to play, I think. Storage. Download. Guitar. Where the heck is it? Come here. No, not Carnival of Venice. We don't need that one yet. Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves. There we go. All right. You guys are being suspiciously quiet today. Well, there we go. Let's see. Nancy agrees. Nancy agrees with me. Nancy and I know what we're talking about, right? Remember, green sleeves. Problem with green sleeves, two problems. B7, not a problem. Awesome chord. Problem is you got to get your pinky up there on 4, right? Hate that part. Okay. And again, if that's not happening, make sure that you get the 4, right? And then in whatever part of the chord you think you can get, that's one problem. Second problem is when you get down to measure 17 and so on, you got to have your 7, 8, and 10 in there, okay? And it sounds amazing. Okay? It sounds super cool if you can get it in good timing. So just be aware that that's waiting for you there, and when you see it coming up, you're like, okay, this is my moment. Okay, green sleeves. I will sing through it one time. I will play the melody one time, and then we will play the tough acts 2 times. So we're going to play through it 4 times here, and we will be green sleeve experts by the time we get to the 4th time through. Okay. Remember, song 1580, alleged to be written by Henry VIII, which is not true, but you'll hear that out there. And then, of course, the words were added on in 1865. Well, they were added on a little bit before that, but Chatterton cleaned them up to make them more... I think he did. No, that's a different song I'm thinking of. What is the one I'm thinking of where they cleaned up the words? Anyway, this one was fine just the way it is. Okay. I'm going to sing. Close your ears. And we're in 6, so it's 2 beats per measure. 2, 1, 2. What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch or keeping. This is Christ the King, whom there's that C. Shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste to bring him, Lord, the baby Son of Mary. Okay, I'm done singing, thank God. To the top. Go. facts twice. Last time through. There it is. That's a lot of green sleeves. So what we learned is, one, Gary shouldn't sing. This we already knew. Two, the melody is beautiful, just as a straight, clean, pure, pretty melody. Three, I am doing far better with this particular song with thumb than with plucking. Feels like there's a lot of stuff going on with plucking. The interesting thing when you go from a song that you're doing really well with thumb to going into your claw, especially with this with big chords on it, where you've got your root note maybe way down here and your melody note way on the other side of the guitar, you've got to start being mindful about, hey, which strings am I going to pluck? And so you only got a choice of 4 strings, but often in this song it says 5 or 6 strings you're supposed to pluck, and so you're having to constantly, that's one more thing to add into the mix, and one more thing that's good for your brain, right? And so whether you're playing it well that way or not doesn't matter. It matters you're like, okay, someday I will play it good that way, play it well that way, and you can kind of push your way through there. So Pauline says, lovely, challenging playing with the claw. You watched me, right? Or you heard me. Probably you're like, I don't know, is he ever going to hit the chord? Because I'm ready and he's not hitting it yet, right? And I do think on this one, oddly enough, the chord is the claw is quite a bit more challenging, and it actually feels like it lowers the overall quality just a little bit. Like you're playing along pretty well with your thumb, and then you're like, I don't know if I like it with the claw. But don't think like that, right? You think like, well, I'm not playing it as well with the claw as the thumb, but I want to play it as well with the claw with the thumb. And so I would say just like I have done for years, I got to play with my claws. I'm teaching it, right? I'm saying this is a good thing to know because all classical guitar players get really, really good with this. And it is a way to play the guitar, which you probably want to know something about, but it is not necessarily always easiest or best, to be perfectly honest. And so it's just one more way that we can ruin our lives with things we're working on. All right, let's finish up with First Noel. We've only got 4 minutes, so we're just going to sing it through, or we'll go through it one time as written. You play whatever manner makes you most happy. If you're a chord person, these are ideal chords, right? These are all level 1 chords, and melody is just delightful on this. I think probably the high A note in measure 18. Noel, Noel, Noel. I think that 5 and 4 into the 2 is one of the great moments in songwriting history. It's just absolutely fabulous, that big little moment there. And remember, we play it twice through, and then we go to 17 on the last one to finish up. Okay, so any way you feel happy playing this, let's do it. I will play tough acts. You guys play whatever makes you guitarish. 1, 2 beat count in as written. 1, 2. To the top. skipped the fancies on the end there and rushed the 5. There we go. Isn't that lovely? That's a really nice song to end the day on. Hope you guys are having a great time. I hope guitar is starting to make sense again for you, or has continued to make sense for you. We'll be all next week. I'm hoping, here's my hope, clean up some more of those pieces on the sheet music side of things to get you the songs out of the In the Bleak Midwinter. Wish you I'll Be Home for Christmas. The other one, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. And then Ave Maria. Elizabeth has been consistent. Hey, we got to get that guy. I know for sure I'll have it for ukulele. Not 100% positive I can get it put onto guitar. Guitar, there's a lot of pressure, right? You got to get things the way other people have done it. I don't think that way at all, but there is this sort of, that's a piece that has a lot of expectations surrounding it. And unfortunately, it is interesting. There's very little melody in it. And so it's really an arpeggio piece. So we've got some a little Hanukkah medley I'm trying to get together. So we'll see how much of that I can get done over the weekend. Tomorrow we have our Friday concert, and so we will be playing Old Lang Syne, Christmas Is, First Noel, Green Sleeves, Silent Night, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. For short, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 songs tomorrow. We got through 3 of them today, 4 of them today. So we should be able to fit them all in tomorrow with no problem. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Try to do a random act of kindness for somebody. Try to be safe. It's hard these days. Practice a little bit. Keep showing up here. Tell your friends. Subscribe and like if you haven't done that. And then I always say, consider getting a membership to the website, but we don't have one for guitar yet because, I don't know, it's more work than you'd think. So there we go. Let's see. Pauline, Elizabeth says, Silent Night, a song for the world, 12:10, 7 p.m. Oh, okay. A little documentary. There we go. Thanks, Elizabeth. That's interesting. Evelyn, thank you. Nancy, thanks. Vic, Pauline, maybe call it Tough Claw. Tough Claw. No, it's on ukulele. I've been calling it Painful Uke. It's painful axe. It's definitely that next level up where you're taking, tough uke and adding in what will fundamentally ultimately be finger style, which is play the tough uke but also add in your arpeggio in between there, and you have to use a claw for that. So little by little we get there, right, Pauline? Good tough claw. Like that. No, it's painful guitar. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Clink and